Yo, what's up, Churro? Give me like 2 seconds. I'm trying to get this dang thing set up right. So I don't know what was going on there. I tried to do like a scheduled live stream and I just couldn't get it to connect on my phone. And since I wanted to do this outside where you can see some cars and stuff, it was being a pain. But let me just set the live chat. Oh man, so I'll give it a minute to see if I can get a few people to join. I just have a couple things I want to talk about real quick, and if anybody has any questions, they can totally ask them in the chat. Finally, chose dropping a video that is ruining the car scene in California. Oh, that sounds interesting. What's ruining the car scene? Or maybe you have to wait for your video. Somebody else just said, "What's up, Tucker McDonald?" Hey, yo, what's up, man? I think you just followed me on Instagram. I was gonna check out your profile, but I didn't have a chance yet because I was trying to get this thing set up. A few bugs out here, kind of annoying. No big though. Let's see, I can raise this up a little bit. Need a little more downward angle. Cool, that's probably when I'll end the stream, Churro, so I'll go check it out. I might end it a little bit before that, actually, but you never know. All right, well, the basic point here is just that I wanted to apologize real quick to everyone that I did not have a daily video up last night. I'm sure a few of you probably noticed that. The big reason why is I went down to Massachusetts on Thursday for a big concert. I was seeing the Wonder Years, which is my favorite band. It was awesome. It was amazing. I tried to get 3 videos edited that day so I could have them all scheduled and lined up, but I only managed to get out the one for that night. And the next day, I was hoping to come back late on Friday and finish in upload, but I ended up having some problems that night and just couldn't make it back. So the plan is to upload 2 videos tonight just to make up for that. And they're not really like super fun ones. They're not like my usual vlog or project update or whatever it is. Although I want to get into a lot more videos that really focus on my project soon. It's just been a matter of getting the garage clean. But the videos tonight are going to be just a quick tutorial on how to remove a radio in a WRX, and another one that's a review of the new tripod that I've been using because I was shipped that by a company called Photo Pro. So nothing crazy. I appreciate any of you watching if you want to, but the WRX video is supposed to be more of an evergreen video. And so what that means in YouTube speak is that it's a video that's not really meant to be like a hit when it comes out, but just gathers views over time and kind of has a steady stream. And those kinds of videos are actually what makes me a lot more money on the channel, any of my tutorials, DIY, mechanic work, because the vlogs typically get a lot of views early and then drop off. And that's why a lot of project car channels I think aren't successful and give up, is that it's really hard to sustain viewership unless you have a viral video. So my channel was always planned to be a mix of mechanic work and how-to and DIY, as well as my own personal projects. And so that just kind of helps me sustain the channel. So that's basically what the 2 videos tonight are going to be, are kind of more of those evergreen videos. One for the WRX radio removal and one for that tripod that I was sent to review, which that's just me staying afloat because, I got a $20 tripod for free and I owe the company a review, and I'll make that as honest as possible. And, getting stuff like that from companies to review helps me by helping the channel and also giving me more content. So that's basically what this update really is just a quick apology for not having had a daily video last night and explaining why, and then telling you what I'm going to be doing, which is releasing 2 videos tonight. So probably one in like, I'd say 3 or so hours, maybe a little bit more, and then another one will probably be coming out like an hour or 2 after that. So if you want to watch them, great, I appreciate it. Just come over, watch a minute of the video, that's fine. But if they don't interest you, I totally understand. And then starting tomorrow, I'll be back into more project type stuff. I'm hoping the garage is going to be 100% clean by then. And at that point, I'll actually probably pull the WX in and be working on dropping the transmission and changing the clutch and flywheel. I did just have somebody join. So JXT614 Vlogs, you should be able to see his name in the chat. Really nice guy. He subscribed to my channel and said he got a few of his friends to subscribe. Super appreciate that. I know he's doing car vlogs pretty frequently and some of his own project car work, I believe. So go check out JXT614 Vlogs. Finally, Churro was in here earlier. He said he's dropping a pretty important video in about 20 minutes. So everybody go subscribe to Finally Churro. I've loved his channel for, over a year now. So awesome guy. Definitely check him out too. No, I got a couple more chats. How's my daily running? Asked finally Churro. Yo, Reese, what up? Hey, Evan, thanks for joining. So yeah, I mean the WX is not my daily yet, solely because it does need that transmission basically, but it will be soon. As far as the 93 Impreza, which is right there, that's still running great. It's been reliable. I just drove it down to Massachusetts and back. You know, nice speed the whole way. I got like 33 miles to the gallon. I just did an oil change, so it's been phenomenal. What's up with the GSX? Where's your Eclipse? Yo, what's up, Zeb? So the GSX is right over there. It's still sitting. It still doesn't have a transmission. That's one of the other things that I don't actually need the garage to do the Eclipse. It's just that the WRX and cleaning the garage are higher priorities because I need a daily driver. So the 93 works as a daily driver. The problem is that it's literally 2 years out of inspection, so it's totally not legal to drive. It's registered, it's insured, I have my license. There's no problem with any of that. It's just the car does not have a state inspection. I don't know if any of you heard this story already, but a few days ago, I actually got stopped by a state trooper, and they let me off with a warning. Even though legitimately my sticker was up in June of 2016. So that's insane. So I cannot believe that guy gave me a warning. I told him, I'm like, officer, honestly, I haven't been able to get the car inspected because there's just too much rust on the body panels. It's mechanically safe. I do all the work myself. I'm broke as a joke. I have a $900 WRX at home. And he goes, $900? That's a lot less than I paid for my WRX. And I'm like, oh, sweet. This cop is a Subaru guy, right? So he was like pretty impressed. And I was like, yeah. And like, so that I've got a transmission in the back of it that I bought for $150, clutch and flywheel on the way. I'm going to put that all in. And that car's going to be way easier to inspect than my current car, the one I was in when he stopped me. So he went away and I was just like, there's no way that he's going to let me off, right? And he comes back to the car and he goes, listen, I wouldn't normally do this, but it sounds like you know what you're doing. It sounds like you have a plan, so I'm going to give you a warning, all right? But you got to stop driving this car soon, and you got to get the other one fixed. And if you're going all the way to Richmond, I'd recommend you take that down. And he tells me to take down my radar detector, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I'll definitely do that. I'm like, honestly, that thing's a pile of junk anyway. It just keeps me honest, so I'm driving through town, you know, goes off from the automatic doors. And he was not that impressed, but so I took the radar detector down. He gave me a warning. Super nice guy, obviously a Subaru guy, so that was really chill. I've always had good luck with law enforcement. I know that not everybody's so lucky, but I'm always polite, honest. If I did something wrong, I just tell them. I sit there with my hands on the steering wheel. I turn the car and radio completely off, roll down my window, sit there and wait for them to come over. Because if you can show that you're trying to give them a little bit of safety and just know that you're completely in compliance, and if you're honest with them, if you say, you know how fast you're going? You're like, yes, officer, I was going 72 miles per hour. They're going to appreciate that more than you going, oh, no, I wasn't really watching. Because you know, as soon as you saw the cop, you looked at your speedometer. They know that you know. So just be honest with them. That's my take. I'm obviously a white male living in a very white state who does not have any of the issues that other people face, but that's my input on that issue for other people. It is an 802 Garage shirt. I didn't make these. These are actually a gift to me by my half-sister in Illinois just to support me and my channel, so that's super cool. I don't have any merch yet. If you ever want any merch, anybody out there, you gotta let me know in the comments, because if there's enough demand someday, I'll make some, and that will include revamping my logo, maybe coming up with, you know, some kind of slogan, stuff like that, maybe getting graphics done of some of my cars, although I really want to get the projects further along, but you know, whatever, I'll get into it. It's just that I wasn't really planning to get into merch until like 5K, 10K subs, because I don't really think it's going to be worth it for me until then, and I don't really think that my current logo is like cool. It was really just something I made when I had less than 100 subscribers to get a brand established, and so far it's been working. I do want to keep the Vermont license plate theme, the green license plates, and I do want to say 802 Garage. What I'd like to do is find a way to maybe integrate it into just a larger license plate look and have the 802 with like garage written underneath it, kind of like they do like truck on license plates. That would be kind of cool, I think. Make it more stylized. If anybody wants to take a bat at like making me a logo, I'm completely open to any suggestions. You know, I'd like to do a variety of things, but definitely. Let's see. So I got some more comments here. Squad says Howie Felter. I see what you did there. Yeah, squad for real. Thanks for the shout out, JXT614 vlogs. You can go check him out. I want merch. I support the channel 100%. Yo, I really appreciate that. So I'll take that into account. I just got a bug right in my eye. Is it still there? Can't tell. I think it's gone. Um, but it flew right into my eye. I'm not a fan of that. Evan wants merch. Tucker wants merch. Yeah, I appreciate that. All you. Yo, it's a stew. So it's a stew just joined the chat. Everybody has to go check out It's a Stew channel. I found him like I don't know. It was probably like 6 months ago or something like that. And he had just started a Honda Civic turbo build. He's in England, if I'm not mistaken. And he had this I guess it's a EP3 or something, or I don't remember what the designation is. I don't know Hondas very well, but it's a kind of cool hatch, not one that you see that frequently in the US. I think we either didn't get that model in a hatch or it's just not that popular. And it was like super clean, and he's like, I'm gonna turbo it, I'm just gonna like slap it together, it's gonna be sweet. And I'm like, okay, he's just gonna like throw a manifold on, throw an eBay turbo on, and send it, right? No, this guy ends up going through this thing and making everything like amazing, but he still did it like on a budget. Like he got all matching intercooler pipes because he didn't like the Technicolor. He got a nice intercooler. He, gets all the legit lines, makes sure that everything fits. He, tried to fab his own exhaust and was like, it's not good enough. I want to make it better. So he got somebody to help him welding. Like, it's just crazy. It is all eBay, but you still did it like right eBay, if that makes sense. Like it's basically an eBay turbo build done correctly, which is really rare. It's kind of what I'm hoping to do with like the MR2 once I get it swapped. But like anyway, check out It's a Stew, awesome channel. He finally has that thing running. He's got these sick gauges set up. He made his whole gauge panel over by the glove box. It's intense. It's really cool. I'm sure he spent way more money than he originally planned to, but it's still like a turbo budget build, and it's so legit. No problem on the shout out. I totally was planning to in a video sometime anyway, because I just like telling people to watch channels I like. So yeah, so if any of you have any other questions, I guess I've had more people join. So again, just to reiterate, this live stream was just a quick thing to say. I'm sorry I didn't have a daily video out last night. I was down in Massachusetts to see the Wonder Years, which is my favorite band. Came back up. I already had one video scheduled, and I was hoping to get back late on Friday night and do another video and release it late. But I just was too tired last night and had too much going on. Didn't end up getting home until, I want to say 2:30 in the morning, and it just wasn't, worth it to me to kill myself to get a video out at 4:30 in the morning. Who's gonna watch it then? So tonight I'm gonna be releasing 2 videos, and they're more of what's called an evergreen video. They kind of are meant to get views over time, and they're more DIY how-to and a review, not so much like my project car updates. So one is a how to remove the radio in a 2002 to 2004 WRX or Impreza or STI, because so here's an interesting thing, actually. I'll get back to it in a second, but remind me to talk about C-Cane. I'm wondering if this is my friend who just commented, "You deserve to feel loved. You don't need somebody to give you permission." That's a good message for everyone out there. You all deserve to be loved. You don't need someone's permission. And the other video that I'll release tonight a little bit later is a review of UFO 2 tripod, camera tripod, which I was given by the company to review, and I'm using it right now, and so far I really like it. I'll be honest in the review, but I have no qualms recommending it. It's only like $20. It's called the UFO 2 by PhotoPro. So those are the 2 videos tonight: WX radio removal and PhotoPro tripod. And then back tomorrow, I'll probably be hopefully doing a video on the garage being fully cleaned, like just a weird montage. And then after that, it's going to be me going hard on changing the WX transmission, putting the GSX transmission in, stuff like that, because really what's been delaying me from getting more into my projects is having the space to work, and I've had to work towards that, and I'm just about at that point, so I'm really excited about that. I've got a bunch of comments here. Somebody subscribed to It's a Stew. DXT said it'd be cool if you came to Ohio to help me build my Eclipse. Yo, that would be lit. I would love to do that. Watching from Corinth, Vermont. Yo, Boom36, super appreciate that. Make sure anybody who's from Vermont, and anybody really, go like my Facebook page, because I'm definitely going to be hosting at least 1 to 2 car meets this year, hopefully more depending on how it goes. I hosted one last summer, and we had awesome cars. We had a GST. What do you call that? It's a GTST. Skyline. We had a Skyline GTST that was really cool, RB20 model, I think. And then we had a SR20 swapped Nissan 240 and S13. We had a brand new Honda Civic Type R. This was when it had just come out, because the guy who works at the Honda dealer came over. Bunch of turbo Subarus, a sweet Baja turbo, a couple old turbo Volvos, a really pristine American car from like the 70s that only had like 5,000 original miles on it. So it went bug. it went really well. I definitely want to host more car meets in the future. I also got to meet a couple subscribers, Austin and Zeb, and some other friends. So that's great. If you're in Vermont or anywhere, go like my Facebook page and come to a meet if I host one. I'll hopefully host it in conjunction with some other clubs like the Northeast Kingdom Car Club or Champlain College Car Club, something like that. Tucker's from Idaho. Appreciate that. Amor says I'm already perfect and to trust the process, and I'm awesome. I appreciate everything. JXT614 says the next car I plan on getting a build is a Jetta. What's your opinion on Jettas? And before I get into that question, that's 370 dude. Love this channel. Keep it up. Also go subscribe to that 370 dude. He has like super clean, super yellow 370 if I'm not mistaken, and that would make sense given that 370 dude. And like I love bananas. Any yellow car, I'm just like yes. I mean not all of them look good in yellow, but the 370 definitely does. So go check out that channel as well. What do I think about Jettas? My friend has a kind of newer Jetta, like 06. Sorry, anything that's not like more than 15 years old is like new to me. But he's got like an 06, maybe it's even later than that. It might be like a 2010 Jetta. I don't know. He got it when it was fairly new. It's been fine. It's been fairly reliable. I think it's kind of more expensive to fix than the average Japanese car, but not dramatically. It's just that you have to find somebody who works on them in my area. Volkswagen isn't huge in Vermont. I guess my opinion on Volkswagens in general is kind of like meh. But like I do like the GTI and the Golf in general. The Golf R is cool, and Jettas are basically the same thing, just a sedan version. The diesels are pretty cool because they get the same mileage. I don't know what you can do for mods to them, but so I will say that you can get older Jettas really, really cheap. And I think you can get some of the 5-cylinder models, which is pretty awesome because 5 cylinders sound sick. My friend's Jetta is a 5-cylinder, and it's it's got like 175 horse. It's not bad. I will say I don't like the throttle modulation in it because it does have a drop-by-wire, and you can like floor it, and you can feel that it opens up the throttle real slow. I hate that. I like cable throttles. But so overall, Volkswagen, their quality improved a lot starting in the early 2000s. From what I can tell, the 90s ones, they do have some rust issues if you're in an area like me, but so does any car. Yeah, I don't know. That's my opinion on Jettas. If anybody has other things to say, they can. I'm not going to make this live stream too long, but once again, if anybody has any questions whatsoever, totally ask. As I said, I'm really excited to get doing is moving this WRX into my garage right over there and actually changing the transmission. I can show you that. One sec, I'll be right there. So, for anybody who didn't know, I've already shown a few things, but I do have my competition clutch flywheel came here. This is actually like the cheapest aftermarket lightweight flywheel you could get for the WRX. So this came in. If I do say so myself, I'm pretty psyched. So that's gonna be good. It's lightweight. Oh, there's the dowel pins. I was wondering where they were. Those look pretty nice actually. But it's I think 14 pounds ish, so it's not ridiculously light like some of them that are like 13 or 12. Hopefully won't throw any codes. So I got that. I do also have the center force clutch. I know I showed some of y'all that. And then I'll be doing a full unboxing on this later. That's why I'm not bothering right now. But this is a Exity slave cylinder and a Goodridge stainless steel clutch line because I figured the clutch line in this car is still, 14, 15 years old and might as well swap it out for a stainless steel one since I have to drop the transmission anyways. And the new slave cylinder is because the old one looks rusty and gaudy and it's probably original to the car. And I'm going to be making a more exciting video on this. But this is going to be my first mod to the WRX. Honestly, like my first real mod that I've done to like my daily driven cars in general, which is a parent intake, which is pretty sick because it's a pricey part, it's quality. It is just one of their short cold air intakes, so it's really not a cold air intake per se. However, the nice thing is that this car already has an issue where it's missing the little scoop that's supposed to come up to here. It's missing the fender liner and the intake piping that goes through there. So right now it's basically just sucking in like dirty air from the fender well anyways, and it's not really like good. So this is at least gonna put the air filter somewhere where it's not just sucking in dirt constantly, and it'll still be an improvement in performance, like, improvement. So that's pretty exciting. I'll do a full unboxing on that later. I got it for half price. They're usually $200, and I paid $100 for it, shipped from a guy, so I appreciate that. So looks like a few people are dropping off the stream. I'll answer any questions I have. JXT614 says, how did you get your Eclipse, and what are your plans for it? I got my Eclipse from a guy I was working with at a factory. He was getting rid of it. He wanted to upgrade to something newer. He knew it had some rust issues. It was fairly cheap for what it was. It was sort of one of those things like, oh man, I just really want that car. Largely just impulse and car guy driven. And I did some research. It was a GSX, and I'm like, you know what? If this car is trash, I can sell the engine and drivetrain and easily make more than my money back. You can sell a 4G63 on eBay for like $600 to $800 any day, sometimes more. When I looked at the car, it didn't look that bad. The window got smashed, and somebody stole the stereo and the subwoofer from it. And I think I got it a little bit cheaper because of that, because I think originally he wanted like $1,000 or $1,200, so I got some off of that. My plans for it are to get it running. It has had problems since I bought it where it would not start. He allegedly had the Mitsubishi dealer try to work on it multiple times, but even they were doing shoddy quality work if they did work on it, because whoever has worked on that car in the past, just no. There's so many things just done wrong and done left incomplete, and it definitely had the wrong starter adapter plate on the engine, and I think that's the biggest reason the starter was not aligning and not engaging the flywheel. So I have an Exidy Racing clutch, Exidy Racing flywheel, brand new OEM flywheel bolts because somebody just straight up used a hardware store bolt as a flywheel bolt. You can go check out some of my old Eclipse videos to see some of that. And it needs a lot of things. Somebody had cut a rubber silicone, or not a rubber, not even silicone, a rubber boot to put on the turbo to adapt to a silicone hose instead of buying a proper just like 2-inch to 3-inch conversion hose to the intake. I'm like, are you kidding me? The filter was terrible. I have a new filter for it. So basically, right now the transmission's out. I have about $800 worth of Exidy Racing parts that I only paid a grand total of maybe $350 for. So I got really good deals on it. Ready to go in. The car's going to run. It has massive rust issues, and I'm going to just be patching it and patching it and patching it and having fun with it. Daniel Lavelle says, I have a built 2G GSX with an FP Red. Very nice. I'm jealous. Mine's just going to be on the stock turbo for now. It's a Stew says, I watched the rest of my man. It's late here, but good to see you back, and you need more cars. Thanks, It's a Stew. Once again, everybody go check out It's a Stew. His channel is awesome. He built like a really sweet eBay turbo Civic. He did it like right, and it's legit. It's got an awesome gauge setup. He used good parts. He shows you how he did everything. He's a really, really funny guy too. Well edited videos. Love that channel. Check out It's a Stew. And he says I need more cars. We all know that's not true. I have 11. Let's see. 6 is not true. Thanks. Evan Ford, what's your opinion on 1974 Cadillac Eldorado convertible? My girlfriend's parents just got one. Well, it sounds like that's something they knew they wanted. Probably something from when they were like a kid. I don't know a lot about that year of the Eldorado. As long as it's still rear-wheel drive and a boat and like they have fun with it, then like sick. I would imagine. I mean, that's not a performance car. It's an old Cadillac, so it's heavy, long, comfy. Supposed to be comfy and just like kind of a cruiser. So that's sweet if that's what you're into. I'm into Japanese turbo nonsense, but definitely a cool car though. Tucker says opinion on the new Civic Type R. And before that, Neil Sayer says Rex love for life. Yeah, buddy. I just showed them. I got a competition clutch flywheel, a center force clutch, Exidy slave cylinder, and a Goodrich stainless clutch line. And that's all going in there soon, and then I'll actually be able to drive it on a daily basis, because right now, no second gear, and the clutch is absolutely smoked. Tucker, opinion on the new Civic Type R. Haven't gotten to drive or ride in one yet. I will just say that it's a great piece of engineering. I mean, from all accounts that I've heard, including the guy who brought one to the car meet I hosted last year, it's a front-wheel drive car that behaves more like an all-wheel drive turbo car. They have the handling really, really well sorted. They have the power band well sorted. It puts out impressive power for the engine. All around, it's what Honda does when Honda wants to make a performance car, and they did it well. That's my opinion. I do know that it has like heat soak issues and some cooling issues occasionally. I don't know what they've done to address that. The engine bay is definitely packed. I don't think it's ever what I would spend my money on, solely because I'd rather get a new Subaru or maybe even something more like a Ford Focus. Although the RS obviously has the head gasket issues, I don't think Honda's had anything like that pop up. Oh, go check out Flyangato. If you're into the Honda Civic Type R, check out Flyangato. I believe it's Flyin space Gato, but I could be wrong on that. But he's got a really cheap WRX. Also, he's got some kind of Mercedes or something, a BMW, I think. And then he's also got a brand new Honda Civic Type R that he does lots of videos on. So great channel if you're into the Civic Type R. JXT, is the Subaru your newest car? This one is, yes. This is my 2004 WRX. High miles, needs a transmission, needs a windshield, needs some rocker work. Yeah, that's my newest car. The next newest after that is a 2001 Sentra, which I'm just cannibalizing for the engine. And the newest after that is the 97 Eclipse GSX. Neil Sayer says, my Rex is misfire and I got a cracked coil pack. New one's on the way. Should be here before we can make meet. Yeah, hopefully. At least that's an easy fix. You just literally one cable, and I think it's one bolt. Pop the coil pack out, pop the new one on. No biggie. Yeah, newest vehicle I own by year is the 2004 WRX. I can't really afford anything nicer right now, and I'm hoping to not have to as long as I keep this thing running nicely. My 93 Impreza has lasted me for like 110,000 miles so far, and like 8 or 9 years, because I usually just average like 10 to 15,000 miles a year. Been great. So this car's at high miles, but if I can make it to 300,000 miles on this, hell yeah, unless I make lots of money. One thing, and this is just spitballing, I would love to import one of the first right-hand drive JDM WRXs to the country. They're not that expensive. Like sometimes if you're lucky, you can find them for $3,500, $4,500 shipped. But that would be really, really tapping into like all my savings, and I just can't, conceivably do that unless the channels, really takes off. But I would love to do that. So if you guys want to see me ever buy a JDM right-hand drive WRX, tell all your friends about 802 Garage. Because I'd love to do that and just work on that. And they're just barely becoming available. Let's see. Do I like the 01 to 03 Eclipse, or do you like the second gen more? I guess what I would say, as more of a DSM fan, even though I'm not that hardcore, like nobody likes a 3G. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, like the third generation Eclipse was fine, but it was bigger, heavier, honestly less convenient. Even I tried to drove with my friends the other day, and it's just like, I don't know. It was after they're no longer DSM, and they were fine, but you couldn't get the turbo engine as an option. They switched to a V6, and it was front-wheel drive only. And honestly, one of the big reasons I like the 1G, 2G Eclipse is the all-wheel drive option. I personally would not want to own an Eclipse other than a GSX because I want the all-wheel drive package. So the 3G is fine. I like the way they look. I remember seeing the ads when I was a kid and thinking they were really cool. And I know that the V6 can definitely be peppy. They're just not my personal choice. I much prefer a 2G or even a 1G DSM. Love your 04. They're my least favorite year besides the new ones, but she's still a gorgeous wagon. Yeah, I always didn't like the Blob Eye. So this right here is the Blob Eye. I don't know why I can't. There you go. Or also known as the alligator eye. Sometimes they call them the teardrop eye. This was always my least favorite. I preferred the bug eye and the hawk eye, which the bug eye is 0203, hawk eye is 0607, the blob eye is 0405. But when I saw this car in person, I realized I love blob eye wagons. So this is the wagon, not the sedan. And I actually still prefer the bug eye or hawk eye sedans, but for some reason the blob eye wagons look amazing, and I think the big hood scoop it really helps the look of the blob eye too. So I am honestly a huge fan, and I think this car looks pretty amazing. I'm really happy with it. Not disappointed. I always thought my first WRX would be a bug eye wagon, a bug eye sedan just based on price, but the bug eye wagon came up for $900 for any of you who didn't know, and that's what I got. So my battery's almost dead. I've got a little bit of time. But yeah, I'm super happy with this. Hawkeye is still probably my favorite, and I actually do like the later model Subarus, including the new ones. It's just they're almost in a different category for me. Like anything 08 plus, I sort of just think of it as a different ball game, even though they were really the same car. But the new gen Impreza, which is anything from 02 to 07, it's kind of like one category for me, and then after that, it's like a different ball game, especially 2011 plus, and then especially 2014 plus. But anyway, sorry, Subaru rant. Neil Sayers understands. So Tucker says it's a Stu Civic. We're sold in the U.S., but not in Type R, not sure, or not SI. Yeah, I just don't think they're not that common. Like that particular hatch Civic is just not that common. Once again, go check out It's a Stew, awesome channel, Turbo Civic. Check out JXT614 vlogs. Nice guy, been helping me out, and he's doing Project Car stuff. Go check out Finally Churro. He said he's dropping a video probably right after I end this stream. Something about how the California car scene has been getting really screwed up. So that sounds like it's going to be interesting. Go check out Finally Churro. I think I'm going to end it here, folks. That's basically it. So again, for anybody who missed it, I just did this stream to basically say I'm sorry I didn't have a daily video last night. I was in Massachusetts seeing my favorite band, The Wonder Years. Came back up really late last night. Only got here at like 2:30 in the morning and just did not have time to edit my video for yesterday. A lot of my videos come out after midnight Eastern time, but I still count it as my daily video, and I don't think anybody really minds. So tonight I'm going to drop 2 videos. Not really on my project cars, but I hope you'll check them out real quick anyway if it's the sort of thing that interests you. Radio removal in the WRX and review of the tripod that I'm using right now. So I appreciate you all watching. If there is any last minute questions, I'll give it about 30 seconds just to answer those. But otherwise, I'm going to call it a night in terms of the stream and just go edit my bum off and then upload those for you guys. And then tomorrow it'll be back to more project focused videos, but there will definitely be DIY how-to and mechanic videos spliced into the channel because those are kind of my bread and butter for now in terms of money. Do you ever get smelly feet? Nice question to end on. Rarely, but it does happen. But usually not. I'm pretty lucky in that way. Thanks a lot for watching 802 Garage, everybody. Merch someday, since at least 3 people want it, but not right the second. Like I said, if you ever want merch, let me know in the comments and I'll consider it more heavily. This one was made for me as a gift for graduation, and I appreciate my half-sister in Illinois doing that for me. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you soon on 802 Garage.